too. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this message.
Hey, this is Deborah Roberts from The Jim Colbert Show, and you're listening to Home Loans Radio on Real Radio. Now, back to the show with that mortgage guy, Don.
Hey, you are listening to Home Loans Radio, where we talk about mortgages all morning long. It's better than it sounds. It's really interesting.
Well, thanks for that fine introduction, MJ.
It was a fine introduction, wasn't it?
She's
so heartfelt.
She's so pleased with herself over there. Welcome back to Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, me, here doing what I do with my crew. I got Fritz and MJ here as per usual. Welcome back, Fritz.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's good to be back working again, making the money. Doing the things.
You took last Saturday off. We're happy to have you back. Welcome back, doing all the things that you do. And we're here doing what we do every single week, bringing you good quality information about mortgages and home loans. And you can ask any question you want about, how to buy a home, how to sell a home, how to refinance a home. You're thinking about getting into investment properties. You want to figure out, how you can untangle your divorce situation as far as your house goes and your mortgage. Maybe you inherited a house. Maybe you got questions about your property taxes, your property insurance. I'm an expert. I've been doing this a couple minutes, and I can answer your questions. Good news for you. You can just text them in right now during the show to 77031, or you can go to homeloansradio.com now or anytime during the week. There's tons of information there. You can go there and click the button that says "Give Don a Shout." That allows you to record an audio question that will play on air if MJ decides it's good enough.
You can shout there and let it all out.
Yeah. You can let out your frustrations in there, but that might not make it on air. But ask your questions. We're here. I will answer them. If for some reason you want to reach us off air, you got a private question, then you go to homeloansradio.com. You go to the box that says "Ask Don a Question," and I will get it, and I will answer it anytime during the week on those. I've been talking about in the news, what's in the mortgage news. Couple big things. One, for FHA loans, the scores went back down. We're allowed to do the FHA loans down to 600 score again, which is good. It went up pretty high during the initial point of COVID.
Yeah, I would imagine they would want someone with a really great stellar credit score.
Yeah, but 600 score can be a solid person. It can be somebody who has, really good credit. That maybe they had a couple glitches. Maybe they had something accidental. Maybe they have perfect credit. They've always paid everything on time. They just maybe have higher balances on their credit cards. So for a while you were kind of locked out. And now if you're looking to buy a house or refinance a house, you can get that done again back down to the 600 range. So that's exciting news. We are seeing interest rates creeping up a little bit, as I have forewarned for a while now, but still good. I was looking at a 5-year chart of the mortgage rates, and it's steadily gone down for like the last 5 years. There's a couple times where it spiked up, but if you look at like right now, the last 12 months, it is still way down at the bottom of the chart compared to the previous 4 years. So we're, 2 years ago, we would have been saying a rate of 3%. If you're well qualified, is like an amazing. It was a record low at the time when they first got down to the threes. We're still there. We're just not down on everything down into the twos, but you can still get 15-year loans down into the twos if you're well qualified. You can still get FHA and VA loans down into the twos if you're well qualified, even for the 30-year loans and the conventional loans, depending on your score and your loan to value and things like that. You're going to be, probably in that low 3 range, but you could even still, I have a couple clients this week that were even looking at buying it down into the twos because they still wanted to get there. If you've got to rate it with a 4 or 5 in front of it, you should absolutely be, don't walk.
Get on it.
Don't crawl.
Kick the cat.
Don't run. What's faster than running?
Don't kick
I don't know.
What's faster than running, my man? A jetpack with roller skates.
I like it.
E-scooter.
You should. Any of those. Yep. Even a people mover. Any of those. Get your application in and get that rate locked in, because they are creeping up, and I don't really see that they're going to be heading back down. All the indicators we're looking at is saying what we've got now is what we're going to have for a little while, but a slow creep upwards over the course of the year, maybe finishing out 2022 up in the mid 3 range. So if it's something you're thinking about doing it, get on it. We make it super simple. You go to homeloansradio.com and you hit the apply now button. We send you a quote. It's that easy.
So you know what's going on this weekend?
Do tell, MJ, what's happening this weekend?
Well, Pride. Come Out with Pride is Saturday.
In Orlando.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big festival.
It is.
A very important festival.
They didn't really have it last year because of COVID, right? So they're doing a full-on live.
Last year they had a car parade. Where you could be in your car. I was in my car, and you could be in the parade, which was really fun. So because the crowds lined up on the streets in all the neighborhoods, and then the cars went by.
Oh, I saw that. Went like all through neighborhoods all over the city.
That was really fun.
But that's like, it's not just an Orlando thing. That draws from like all over the state, all over the country. I remember like the last one they did, they had close to 200,000 people there.
That's right.
In 2019.
In 2019, almost 180,000
just in
plus
downtown Orlando only.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Just in our Come Out with Pride. Orlando's Come Out with Pride is in October. Most prides are in June because that's National Pride Month. But Come Out with Pride, it's National Coming Out Day. So some people come out, and that's in October. And the reason that we do that in Central Florida is because one time it got delayed from a hurricane a long time ago. And they said, well, let's just do it with Come Out with Pride. And everyone said, well, October is better than June.
The weather's
it
nicer.
is so hot in June.
That makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Right? So in Orlando, we do it in October. Also, Atlanta does. And now there's a couple other cities who are jumping on that bandwagon. But for now, Orlando's Pride is today.
All right. Well,
Saturday.
Very, very exciting. So there'll be a lot of people downtown.
There will.
And maybe already people heading downtown.
There will be. The parade starts at 4:00.
The good news
You
is
got plenty of time to pregame and get down there and just.
People will be.
What time is the big parade?
4:00.
Yeah.
And then the fireworks are at 9:15. And I will put this on anybody. They're, in my opinion, the best fireworks I've ever seen anywhere, including national fireworks, Disney fireworks, any fireworks. Pride fireworks are amazing.
And it's free to see to go down there.
It's
right?
free. Yeah. They're really, really good. They're really good.
And they have like marketplace and all kinds of vendors.
Yeah, you can buy some stuff.
And...
You can drink some stuff. You can eat some stuff. Mostly, you can just watch people be fabulous and join in the fabulousness of Pride.
Adult beverages.
Yes, abound.
All that.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
And there's also this year.
For you, Fritz, that means that they don't make you drink it out of a sippy cup. Your milk is
I think you can get it either way.
I like that.
There is also a dry dock this year, though. That is a sober area for folks who are in that community, for them to hang out and also enjoy some mocktails.
That's great.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice that they're doing that.
Yeah.
That's provides support for people that need and want that support.
There's
that's
also
cool.
a kids area at Pride. Orlando Pride is a family-friendly Pride, so it's not the leather Pride that you might have experienced in Key West. It's a little different than that. It's definitely a family-friendly Pride, so there'll be lots of families there.
Okay. Well, thanks for telling everybody about that. It sounds like you're gonna be down there and having fun.
I will.
Very nice. A lot of people will. Be safe.
I'll be covered in glitter from head to toe.
Oh boy, wear your mask. Be safe, and do your thing. That's fun. That's going to be it's a big event. I'm glad they're getting to have it back this year, and after it missing an entire year.
Home Loans Radio actually helped sponsor an event from last night. The movie event was
good
Sabrina.
for you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. We did with Sabrina Amber from the News Junkie. We sponsored that, and that's exciting.
That's you too, Fritz.
Oh, okay.
That's Home Loans Radio.
But we digress. We're doing what we do here every week. We answer your mortgage questions, and you can text those into 77031. And quite a few people have. Let's do some business. Let's take care of some business.
All right, we get this question a lot, and a lot of times it comes in on the speed round. And you explain to me it is not a speed round question, so I'm giving you all of the time in the world to answer. How does a reverse mortgage work?
Thank you for this opportunity.
Are you going to tell me now that we're out of time?
No, we got a couple minutes.
Okay.
Well, I mean. How it works, the basic idea is this. It is a mortgage. So most mortgages are considered a forward mortgage. Like when I say that, means going forward, you pay your mortgage payments, whatever it is. If you do a 30-year loan for 30 years into the future, you've got that mortgage payment till it's paid off unless you pay it earlier. A reverse mortgage means that you've got your house, you either own it free and clear or you've got a good chunk of equity in it, and you could still be paying mortgage payments on it. But a reverse mortgage means essentially that you do a mortgage, but you don't pay any more mortgage payments on it. So let's say, and it's for people over a certain age. You have to be 62 years old to be able to do a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
Damn it.
So let's say you're a 62-year-old or an 80-year-old or whatever age it is, and you've got all that equity in your house, then you can actually turn around and tap some of that equity out of there. You can take equity out in the form of an equity line. You can get monthly payments. So if you're on a fixed income, a lot of people do that. They're like, okay, I've got this free and clear house, but I'm living on a fixed income. That's not as much as I want it to be.
I want to go to Europe.
Right. So you can do a reverse mortgage. And what they do is start paying you back some of that equity that you've built up in your house every month. And you don't have a mortgage payment on it for as long as you ever live in the house. Or if something happened to one of you, your surviving spouse, for as long as one of you lives in that house, you don't have a mortgage payment anymore. So it pays you back. If you still have mortgage payments going on, those stop and you may be able to receive some money back, or you may just be able to live in the house for then on with no mortgage payments. I'll give you an example. I had a lady not too long ago. We did a reverse mortgage. She was a widow. She was 78. She had a house payment. It wasn't too high. It was about $800 a month, but for her, that was high. And that was about the amount of her Social Security every month. So she was working full time at a drugstore as a 78-year-old woman, couldn't retire because her Social Security wasn't enough for her life to run. And she was working full time and she wanted to stop working. So by doing a reverse mortgage, it set her up so she no longer had to make any mortgage payments. She also started getting money back from the equity that she had built up over time. And she said she still liked working, but she said eventually this allowed her to back off and go to maybe part-time or quit working. So for certain people, it's really a fantastic thing. It can put them in a good position and it can help you offset a fixed income or just make it so that you don't have to make payments anymore. I had another situation where there was a couple, the older of the two, and the couple was in their late 80s, but had a younger partner that was in their early 60s. So when you do the reverse mortgage, it makes it so either married partner, as long as they're living in the home, they never have to make a mortgage payment again. So they set it up so that the person who was younger would, live another 25 or 30 years, even when something happened to the older partner, and still not have to make a mortgage payment.
Oh, so it's a way for the older partner to help kind of take care of the younger partner and set them up.
Right. And so there's a lot of ways to do that. If it's something you're interested in, you can definitely hit me up at homeloansradio.com. Same thing. They put together a quote for you. They talk to you. It's all done through FHA. It's a federally backed loan. And I think for some people, it's a great program. For others, it doesn't make sense to do at all. But in the right case, especially if you're on a fixed income or your mortgage payments are taking up, a lot of your monthly income that you're getting from Social Security, it might be a lifesaver for you.
Maybe you own your house and you don't have anyone to will your house to. You'd rather use that money now.
Yeah, and that's another question that people have. If you have no heirs and you're willing to do that, where you're not planning to pass the home on to somebody, that's fine. But you can. The one thing that is there is that you can still will your house to some heirs if there's equity in it. The bottom line is the reverse mortgage can never go higher than the amount of the value of the property, and your heirs have up to a year. Once you are no longer there, they have up to a year to work on getting it into their name or refinancing it or whatever, or selling it or whatever they want to do. So it's not something that, even if you do have heirs, it's not necessarily the end of the world kind of thing.
Cool.
It's not great for everybody. You also have to go through a counseling session to make sure that it's the right thing. There's like a government organized counseling session. And I think it's a great program for the people that need it. And what you do when you apply for it, we get our reverse expert to put it together. They give you a scenario, show you all the numbers, and then you can kind of decide if it's something that makes sense for you and your family. But for some people, it's a lifesaver. Great question. We finally had time to answer it. If you got questions, you can hit me up at homeloansradio.com. It is time for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters. Do you have a question for that mortgage guy, Don? Text him at 77031. Now back to Home Loans Radio on Real Radio.
Oh, yeah. Home Loans Radio on Real Radio. Fritz here. We got MJ. We got that mortgage guy, Don. And if you have any questions, what do? Text them to 77031. That number again, 77031. Tattoo it on your knuckles.
Ooh. 7 all the knuckles.
You're gonna have to get creative with it, MJ. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying it's not gonna be painful.
You want to get that worked out ahead of time, right? Because you don't
do.
want to be like oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, and if I'm out somewhere in public and I see someone with 77031 tattooed on their knuckles, special prize for you. I don't know what it's going to be.